Continue to gear up for opening day in St. Louis. It is just 5.
He's put on about 15 pounds of muscle. His velocity.
Parker Meadows leads it off for the Tigers. And we are underway with the first pitch that likely headed to AAA this year. As he chops it foul, 1-1. All right, some Robert's $1,000 in 2019. Rookie ball in 19 here. Worked out in his room.
And they have high expectations for him. You know, you're in Florida.
There's a bouncer to first. Kevin Biggio playing first. Matt Vierling. And he kills in an off-season deal. Is that one? Here's Riley Green. And if the Tigers are going to improve.
Yeah, he's just 22 years old. He's had a good.
Ground ball to second. Espinal spins. Bichette for one. Springer swings at the first pitch. Ground ball out to second. Guerrero hit. Where would Bichette hit? And day one, it's been Bichette 2, Guerrero 3. And looks one over. Takes it just low. And Vladdy got jammed. Good movement on his hands. And 3.
Relievers and Thompson to be.
Jonathan Scope lifts one to left field. It'll stay in the yard.
Pitching. We're going to see him in this game later today. And while he is.
All right, Arden, thank you. So a lot going on the roster. And again, by process of elimination, she here polished, poised, mature, dedicated, serious.
Not quite as intense as Todd.
One hopper down to first. Biggio's got it. 2 down. Yeah, there have been roughly a dozen players from the Netherlands to make. Orius was born in the Netherlands as well. But both of them, their families both moved elsewhere when they were of age, was in the Netherlands.
Yeah, he told me when he was 11 he started going to.
And a swing and a miss to get Cesar Hernandez this break.
As he's been terrific whenever we see him. How about this guy at the plate now? How has he fit into?
Such a great compliment to our lineup for a variety of reasons. You know, probably for a really big year from Varsh.
Schneid, Varsho, Espinal.
Almost as depth in the major leagues. It's kind of funny to say, but you could bounce around anywhere. You know, it pays off down the end.
Varsho grounds one out to second, and he's returned.
The play that KK made over in right center to keep, you know, the guy at third base. That it's, you know, those are the things we've been really focusing on. Yesterday's work was
the fundamental key little things. Are you?
Yeah, I am. You know, it's you know, we being prepared is a big part of it.
With Blue Jay manager John Schneider here, or rotation right now as you head into the regular season.
Not going to fall, Chappie. Love it. You know, it's a variety. You know, they can all do different things a little bit, not trying to do too much. It puts us in a spot to win every night. You know, it starts with
different presence on the mound. Do you think that's valuable?
Yeah, I do. I think they feed off each attack hitters or what kind of pitches they're throwing, and you know, they're all doing it in a variety of different ways. You know, Gauze was.
The inning ends right here if I can get another question in.
Attaway, Shane, that's down. And not being so predictable. Same pitch, about where, you know, where he's throwing it. So he.
3-2, a swing and a miss. Merrifield strikes out to end the inning. Roberts on the mound for the Blue Jays tonight. And he has allowed just an infield hit through 2 innings. That's high, ball 1. At all. Riley Green was hurt. Spencer Torkelson, a former first overall pick. It was his rookie season.
Part of their offense.
Down ball to third. That's the sun side of the field. But Chapman, Tigers last year, hit 141 in 61 games.
Well, I am so impressed. Progressing very well in the minor leagues. Peterman had a little bit of shoulder.
And that hit him. Sure. You know, Buck, talk about that last point that Arden made. A pure.
He's trying to execute his pitches, and he's very good at it. But yeah, he's a great point about the strength, because they talked to him. Joe Sclafani is the farm director. Strike to second.
Well, and he's facing guys who have played in the big leagues. He's pitching in front of a. And the 2-2 field, and this will split the outfielders. To the wall on the front or around third, heading home into the bag, and then went back to third. So it'll be an order, nobody out, and back to the top of the order for Parker Meadows. First, we'll try to minimize the damage. The Blue Jays playing Meadows.
The pitcher is ready to deliver the pitch. Early in the spring, Gross started out with his feet on the grass.
Field by Meadows, and it's gone. A long 3-run homer.
And he put a charge in that one, and the wind is blowing in.
Now Matt Vierling sends one down the right field line. You know, it's interesting, the report I'm watching here at the ballpark as well. So everything's kind of 89 to 93. We haven't seen anything that's got
up to this point.
Espinal up with it out at second, and that's out. 4-0 Tigers here, top 3. Riley Green, the batter, and the new pitcher for the Blue Jays is right.
Reassigning and optioning players, and he was part of that mix on 4 hits before this outing. He's pitched in the big league with Kansas City.
Field over in right center. It is playable for George Springer. Got the sunglasses on.
Going to have a good season. He's such an important part of their offense. He hit 9 leadoff home runs last year.
First 2 years as a Blue Jay for George Springer, 211, as you well know, Buck. I mean, he played at far less than 100%.
Where he'd check his swing and then have to drop the bat because of the pain in his elbow. But he had those chips taken out.
Scope stays alive by chopping one back to the screen. Springer's open numbers, and again playing through some injuries where he was far less than 100% at times when he was in the saw. But if you're Kevin Biggio, you got to believe that all things
playing short right field. That happened to him a lot. And, you know,
this one out to the second baseman Hernandez in there instead. Danny Jansen getting his first at bat. Fouls it back, and it's 0-2. The kind of year you did last year when he was healthy, but whenever Yusei Kikuchi dealing with PitchCom, and now the pitchers being able to call their pitches on PitchCom, you're dealing.
You have a lot on your plate now.
And Zach Short, the shortstop, is there to make the catch. 2 down.
Yeah, he hits the pitch.
Because I would think just about every catcher, yeah, you want to hit.
Not that Kirk doesn't, but it's a real strength of Danny Jansen.
See him in there virtually all of the time against lefties. Had very good numbers against them. In DH, and Merrifield can play right. You can do it a lot of different ways.
Yeah, these lines to center.
Boy, tricky Sunfield out there, but Matt